Hello again, everyone. This is Zombie Kids Rule, and I'm back for. I'm going to try to do a quick video to demo the current functionality of my Sudoku game that I'm actively still trying to develop. I will just say that I tried to make a video a couple days ago, and I discovered a problem that is going to result in some redesign effort. And right now, there are still placeholders in the game that I'm planning on changing out, and there's some things in here that are for simply testing purposes, meaning that the functionality is going to come out, and some of it is just like show text to let me know that things are working the way they're supposed to be working, and those will come out too. So there will be some of that in this video, but I just want to highlight the overall, I guess, mechanics and everything I've implemented so far. So I'll go ahead and do this, and I'll try to avoid any of the problems that I discovered. So first off, and again, this is all potentially going to change as far as the UI, the what the player sees, how they interact. So first thing, the player gets to choose a background from one of 20 categories. So there's 19 categories, and then there's this custom design category. This is going to be where the player will be able to upload their own images, and as long as they follow the tutorial and they name the files correctly, have the right type of file, and have the right size, then they'll in theory be able to use any image they want as a background for their game. So that's the first thing right there, is which I think is kind of cool. They're going to be able to, in theory, if they follow directions, upload their own backgrounds. All of these backgrounds, basically, you can click on any of these, and it will give you 20 choices. There's also a random button here, which will basically pick a random background from any of these. And then the back functionality, which doesn't work on this screen, it doesn't need to. And then there's an option to have just a black background. So if I click animals, this is just for testing, basically to show that it's pulling the common event. There's a bunch of those. So here are my animal choices, and I can select either any one of them, like say the fox, and then it's going to ask me again, this is just placeholder, do I want to keep it or choose again? If I choose again, it takes me back to this screen. So here's my animals again. If I click random, it'll just randomly, again, calling a common event, it will randomly pull a background. Okay, I'm going to choose again. So all of these are functional. So here's the autumn ones, and if I click back, it'll take me back to this. Here's the beaches. There's all the beach photos. Again, back. Castles. Children. So just random things that looked colorful or caught my attention. Christmas. Same thing. Same type of themes. Dragons. These are all free images to use. Fairy tale, or maybe this one should have been something different, but that's fine. Okay, or I should say maybe a different label. But there's a bunch of flowers, Halloween themes. Okay, horror, lakes. Again, you can pick any of these images for a background. There's lightning, romance. Whoops. Sorry, clicked on that. If I were to, and again, on any of these, if I click random, it will randomly choose one of these images. Okay. RPG Maker. Now, this is where you get your choice of title screens from RPG Maker MZ, or title screens from RPG Maker MV, which actually are pretty cool. Some of these are pretty awesome. And or title screens from RPG Maker VX Ace. There's less of those. Okay, so I thought since it's an RPG Maker game, I thought that would be interesting. So then steampunk, There's the things there. Victorian. I'm a big fan of Victorian houses. I really do like the design, but there's some Victorian style images. Villages, so just older villages in general. And then winter scenes, okay? And again, if you custom would be for the player to upload. So again, all of these are functional. You can do random in any of them. You can go back and forth. You can click here to have just a black screen if you want. I'll just pick random again. And no, no, I don't want to keep that one just for certain purposes. Sure, let's keep that. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that. Now again, this is all going to be potentially menu driven instead of show text and show choices. If you have never done Sudoku before, you can say no and it will explain how to play Sudoku. I'm also going to add some tutorials, hopefully some tutorial video clips. So I'm going to say, yes, I've played before. Do you want to know how this game is different from traditional Sudoku, yes or no? If yes, it'll explain the differences. If no, it just proceeds. Have to pick a theme for the puzzle. And so here are all the themes so far. So there's numbers, letters, colors. Then there's RPG Maker portraits. There's 3 different groupings. Then there's some themed icons, and then there's special and custom. And what this allows me to do is this will show the player in advance how the theme will fit with the background. So they can look at it and see. So if you want to try again, you just choose again. What do the letters look like? And this is just a puzzle. That it's an actual real puzzle, but it's not a playable puzzle. And so again, this is just to let the player see what the experience would be like trying to do the puzzle with the background they chose. Okay, so there's all the colors. Okay, and it spells it out. And again, some of the may not stay this way, but it's just the way I built it so far. RPG Maker portraits. I'm not going to show all of them, but I'll just do the heroes. So this is the example for if you're using portraits from RPG Maker. So there's heroes, there's villains, and there's NPCs. And then I'll do an example of icons. So there's element icons, there's RPG gear, there's Christmas, Halloween, Super Mario, and animals. So if we choose RPG Maker gear, this is what that looks like. And as you can see over here, these are the selectable choices when you're doing the puzzle. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and choose again just to show, let's just show Halloween for giggles. Okay, so these are all the different themes that exist so far. Maybe there'll be more, I don't know, I'm not sure. Okay. And then just because the custom and special, custom will be where the player could, again, with the right size image and the right image type and the right names, the player will be able to create their own theme. So that'll be what the custom is for. There's a contributor called Ziorki, I guess. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but Ziorki from RPGMakerWeb.com. They volunteered some images, and so I made a puzzle with this one. I thought that was pretty cool. So this is an example of what somebody could do if they wanted to. We'll go ahead and sure, why not? We'll keep Ziorki's. Okay, so I'm going to keep this. Now, because this is not a number 1 through 9 here, these are showing the player a reminder of what they are. Because when you get to the note functionality, the notes that you put into the squares are numbers, nothing else. Okay, and then this is the erase square, if you want to erase a square, and this is just the indicator of which of these is active. So this is going to ask, do I want to do a pre-generated puzzle or a brand new random puzzle? And this is a warning that the new random puzzle can take up to 5 minutes to generate. But it's one of those things where it will generate a real puzzle. I'm just going to go ahead and click the pre-generated random puzzle. And then you can either choose a puzzle. Right now, I think there's 30 that are pre-programmed in, all created with the random puzzle generator. And I don't know, I'm just going to add a bunch more, so they'll be available. Or you can have it randomly pick for you. So I'm just going to randomly pick. It picked puzzle 12. Now it shows puzzle 12 up here. And now it's saying, how many hints do you want? 17, 21, 25, 29, 33, 37. The auto hint generation functionality that I have, 37 hints is guaranteed to be an easy puzzle. 33 is almost always an easy puzzle. There's a few times where you may get to the end and there's like four to six squares that you're not 100% sure what goes where. So that's not always an easy puzzle. I'm still experimenting with how to do some of these, but you can choose how many hints you want. So I'm just going to pick 33. And then you get to choose as a player how you want those revealed. Do you want them auto-placed? Now, this is the interesting thing. It's random. So when you click auto-place right now, if you were to play a puzzle, puzzle 12, and do this, the next time you play puzzle 12, the hints are going to be in a different spot because that's the way it's set up to do. So in theory, you could play the same puzzle multiple times, and the hints would be in different places at the beginning. Or you can choose to place your own hints, which is fairly unique. That could potentially cause some problems because of where you select, right? Which is why I'm also going to add a feature for this particular one, especially choose hints, of some sort of feature where the player can elect to get more hints. Whether it's they earn points through things and they can buy more hints or something, I'm not sure. But there will be a thing where the player can get more hints if they choose at least the choose hint ones, and then it turns out really poorly. So I'm going to say auto place hints. Now this was all testing. I was testing all kinds of different methods for auto generation. I have settled on this deconstruction method. And I just haven't removed the other ones yet because I'm not 100% done with testing. Maybe I want one of these for some other reason, I don't know. But right now I'm going to do the deconstruction. And then the puzzle timer, that will be for things like achievements. So right now it's non-functional, it doesn't really matter. Okay, and then it's going to show you your choices. Again, these are all kind of placeholder. And then you either can change your choices, so you can go back and make your choices over again, or you can proceed to puzzle. So I'm going to proceed to the puzzle. Now, this is all coming out. This was for testing purposes. It was a way to test the themes to make sure that they were actually generating properly. So all of this functionality is actually being removed before the game is finished. I'm just going to go ahead and show the numbers one again. You notice that it didn't change these because this is not functionality that's going to be kept. So I don't want to keep that. Yeah, I don't want to see another one because it didn't do anything. Now it's going to place the hints. Again, these are all going to be removed. It's going to do the hints. Now this is just for testing purposes. It tells me how many times it took to get the hints in the proper place to make an easy puzzle. And then there's no more hints. Again, these are all just testing messages. So now here's my puzzle. Oh yeah, it kept that, didn't it? That's right. Once that's removed, it won't do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up. So let me just talk about these icons first. So this one is the exit button, right? Exit. You sure want to exit? No, I actually don't want to exit because I turned off the regular menu. This is the save. So you'll be able to save as you play. This will be music, so that's going to be the music option. And then this is where you can change the theme or the background. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and change this theme. I'm going to change the theme, and I'm going to change it to, let's see, I'm going to, it'll change these over here first. So I'm going to do colors first. Okay, so now everything's the way it is. I could choose again. I could go back to the original theme. I'm going to go ahead and choose again. And I'm going to go back to the Zorky puzzle. There we go. So anyway, this allows you to change the theme. I'm going to keep the new theme. And then the other thing it can do is while you're playing, you can change the background. So it comes back here. Now this is where I discovered a problem, so I'm going to try to be very careful. Again, I could change any of these. I could do random. I'm going to go ahead and click the, no, you know what? I'm going to try to be very careful here. I'm going to go here. Yeah, and then I'm going to go random. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I had to be very careful there because there's other things that can be clicked on that I don't want to happen. I have to fix that. So anyway, what that's basically the functionality I wanted to show was is that these icons up here are for exiting the game, saving the game, selecting music, and then changing the theme or changing the background. So if you suddenly decide, you know what, my theme does not fit well with my background, I can't see anything, whatever, then you can change that on the fly. Okay, and for these purposes, for the notes, I'm going to go ahead and do this again, and I'm going to change the theme, and I'm going to go to the numbers. There we go, and I'm going to keep the new theme. So the other thing I have to do is some of these numbers, I have been experimenting with making these more transparent so you can see through them to see more of the background. And in doing that, some of these are now hard to see. So I have to go back and make these brighter. But anyway, that's a work in progress. So I just wanted to be able to show the note functionality. You notice the numbers are no longer here, right? Now we also have a pencil. This is for adding notes. We have the solve puzzle option, we have the quit puzzle option, and we have the reset. Reset is functional, quit is not. Solve is somewhat functional, but it needs to be worked on, and there's a whole bunch of testing things in it. So to play the puzzle, I need to select something over here and put it in the puzzle. So, traditional Sudoku, I want to go with my 9s, right? So if I want a 9 in this row, can't be here, can't be here. Oh, 9 can't be here, so it's got to be here. So I'll click on 9, and I click there, and there's the 9. If I want to do a 9 in this column, can't be here, can't be here. It could be any of those, so I'm not going to do that. Let's see, 5. See, I have 2 5s here. Can't be here, can't be here, can't be here, so the 5's got to be there. So I click my 5, and there's my 5. Let's see, another one. So and that's just the idea of how you play the game. You click here and you select where you want your where you want to place your value. 8s. I have 2 8s here. 8 can't be here. 8 can't be here. 8's got to be there. So I'll click there. And you use any strategy you want to solve the puzzle. Traditional Sudoku play. Now. Showing the note functionality. I'm not going to really do this. Is an easy puzzle, so I don't need to actually add notes. But what I'm going to do is, if I click the pencil, and then I click any of these squares, it's going to say, hey, enter your notes. So I'm going to go ahead and say, it's going to let me enter 4 notes, and I can use my keyboard for this. So I'm going to say, I only want to enter 2 notes, so I'm going to go 0, 0, 5, 8. So now it says, this could be, now that's not real, I'm just plugging numbers in. This could be a 5 or an 8. I'm still on the pencil. I'll click here. Okay, enter your notes. How about 1, 3, 4, and then 0. So I can put numbers anywhere in these spots. So I'll put another one here. And we'll go 8, 9, 0, 0. So that's the note functionality. That's how the note functionality works. Now, if I want to, I can override these with a number. So let's just say randomly I decide, let's say I say a 4 can go here. I just click here, and I click the 4, and there it goes. Or I can, this is the erase square. Click here, and I can erase that. I can erase that. I can erase that. Okay? So erase is functional. I can erase any square. That is not a hint. So an official hint. So I'm still on the erase. If I go here and I click, it doesn't do anything because that's the official hint. I can't erase that. So here's my note functionality. Here's how I enter values into the puzzle. Here's how I erase things. And if I Now that I've demonstrated the note functionality, if I go back here and I change the theme again, and I go, hey, yeah, I want to change the theme, and I go back to the Zyorki, it updates, keep new theme, it updates the values here, and now I can continue playing. Okay, and yes, the pictures are much harder than the numbers. Okay, and then let's say, you know what, I made a mistake. I clicked somewhere. Now I don't remember where I went wrong. I can always just click reset, and you're going to see that it's going to reset to where it was before. So reset, and it removed a couple pictures. I didn't have that many. So reset is functional. Again, all of these, well, not the music. I haven't done the music yet, but the change theme, change background, the save, the exit is all functional. And if I completed this puzzle, then in theory, I could solve it. And what it would do, there's a whole bunch of testing messages in there. But what it would eventually do is say whether I got the correct solution, so I got the actual official solution, or if I got a valid solution. So some of the puzzles, you might end up getting a valid solution, but it's not the official solution. So the solve option looks for both of those. And maybe I'll implement some sort of points or things and do things later on, or achievements or things. And that's pretty much it right now. That highlights everything that I've built so far. You can solve the puzzle, you can generate a brand new puzzle, you can generate your own hints. Eventually the player will be able to upload their own background, upload their own themes, and they'll be able to upload their own music and listen to their own music if they wanted to, in theory. And that's pretty much it so far. So I do have a lot of work to do with reorganizing and redesigning how everything's going to appear. There may not be any show text and show choices at all in the future. It may all be just button clicking, menus and button clicking and things like that. I am still thinking about that and working on it. But that's it so far. So anyway, I hope that's interesting. And I'm going to keep working on this and try to keep improving it and fixing the stuff and whatnot. And I hope that interests some of you. And in the meantime, I will keep plugging along, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Happy gaming, happy game developing, and I will talk to everybody later. Bye.